Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW2020 video. You join us pretty much halfway through our taping at Impact Wrestling on the road to Victory Road. So yeah, we're just going to keep doing what we've been doing the last couple of weeks, get together that card and hopefully put on a show for the ages. So without further ado, shall we just jump into it? Let's do it. So there was 15 segments on tonight's show at the centre stage at the Loft. Continue our tapings from here. Right off the bat, a very strong promo, which is going to really help our show, meaning the main event doesn't need to be too strong. But we have the Impact World Champion Matt Cardona, who is out, and Eric Young says he got lucky, it was a fluke victory. He guarantees if it was 1 versus 1, he couldn't beat him. Matt Cardona, as always, says, always ready, no face you right now, I've been giving every challenger a match on the night. And Eric says, no, this is on my time. This on my times, and I will take you on when I feel like it, possibly looking likely at Victory Road. So setting up that matchup, the leader of Violent by Design against Matt Cardona for the Impact World Championship, and that was a 64. We had an opening contest which was knockouts action, as we had about the didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling. Taya Valkyrie defeated Mystique in 10:25 with a swinging side slam. A 34 here, Mystique was really off her game, but I felt like this was just a good opportunity to give Taya some positive momentum, because it seems to be constantly cooled. Moving along, we had a promo from Enzo and Big Kaz, and they say, nah, they ain't done with Ken Shamrock and Joe Doring. They want to take him on the night. They want revenge for what happened to Gallows and Anderson, the Good Brothers. They are going to show that those two are truly soft and put an end to this feud. So that was a 52 match happening later tonight. We had a decent matchup that saw the Dark Order's Evil Uno and Stu Grayson defeat Falaba and TJP in 8:27 when Evil Uno pinned Falaba with the pump handle pile driver. All good performances here apart from Falaba, a 47 overall, pretty content. And again, just building up that momentum towards the pay-per-view, because after it they hype up that matchup they will have against Rich Swann and Willie Mack. Of course, from the previous pay-per-view where Swann and Mack defeated Reynolds and Silver, they continued that on Impact, then they beat down from the other Dark Order tag team, and these two teams will collide at Victory Road. We had that tag match then, it had good heat and decent wrestling, as Joe Doring and Ken Shamrock from Violent by Design even, defeated Enzo and Kaz in 8:37 when Shamrock pinned Enzo. So a 50, the old men pick up the victory here, and I just looked at it as like, could you imagine Ken Shamrock versus Enzo? He would throw him about the place. Absolutely throw him about the place. So he picks up the win. The guys from New York back to the drawing board, but a solid 50-18 matchup. This leads to them cutting a promo and says, don't think we haven't forgotten about you, Good Brothers. We put you on the shelf, we heard you're due back, so if you want to suffer the same fate as these two losers, then we'll see you too at Victory Road. So setting up Ken Shamrock, Joe Doring versus the Good Brothers, also at Victory Road, 47. We had about a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, as Alex Shelley defeated Xperia in 8:49 with the Shirunai. Only 37, disappointingly these two didn't click. But again, we done it with Sabin, and it's just Xperia having these matches, seeing who he clicks with, see who he doesn't, as we look to rebuild our X division. So again, Shelley goes, you know what, guy done well, offers him a handshake, and again Xperia refuses it, and he walks off. So an evil luchador lurks within Impact, and again refusing another handshake. Moving along, we had Sami Callihan defeat Johnny Swinger in 8:15 with an assault driver. Sami back from his assault a few weeks ago. A 47, both guys had great chemistry together. Sami with 55 to Swinger's 30. Again, you can clearly see in all matches who were putting over, who were just kinda there. But 47 is still good. And this leads to Kurt Angle confirming that if All Elite Wrestling allows it, this is my workaround in case they're unavailable on the night, we will have a 4-way Monsters Ball match between Sami Callihan, Darby Allin, Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. So bringing one historical thing from TNA over to Impact Wrestling, that could be wild, if we can get it to happen. If not, I'll need to book it on an Impact after the event. Moving forward, we had a decent matchup that saw Jessica Havoc and Navia defeat Deonna Purrazzo and Kimberly in 10:07 when Jessica Havoc pinned Kimberly with the Demon Drop. 47. Some steady performances in there, Deonna and Havoc with the better ones. But we're looking to build up our Knockouts tag division, and we'll see where this goes in the upcoming week. We also had another Knockouts match, as we had a poor one, that saw Tennille Dashwood, the number one contender for the Knockouts Championship, defeat Dash Chizako in 7:29 with the Roaring Elbow. A 41, this was Dash's debut, so she debuted the Joshi shooter gimmick, which was adequate. In these instances, obviously, we just want to introduce the likes of Dash and Ito to the American audience, so building up their overness in terms with a few defeats before we eventually give them wins, similar to AEW done with the likes of Lee Johnson and various other superstars there. So Tennille picks up the victory, giving her some momentum going in to her match at Victory Road against Thunder Rosa. Our main event was good. Chad Bates defeats Josh Alexander in 13:47 with Grand Amplitude. Felt these two would put on a kick-ass match. That's the only reason it main evented. 56, two pretty similar performances. Actually, I was hoping they'd have great chemistry and this would have been even better, but still delighted with it. And this week's show results in, of course, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton getting that 2-on-1 advantage and beating Chad Bates down to the mat. So again, constantly putting the heels in a good position, and maybe the baby faces will prevail down the line. Show itself a 53, just over the margin, so that means we do increase our popularity in all 34 regions that we produce Impact Wrestling. But again, solid show. Delighted with Cardona and Young, so their promo stuff's good. It's just up to us to try and get their in-ring stuff to be like that once they come against each other at Impact next pay-per-view. But overall, I think we've built about 4 or 5 matches towards the pay-per-view. There's still a couple more to go, and we're looking forward to a solid show come Victory Road. So let me know what you're looking forward to, anything you think looks terrible, and yeah, if you get any ideas for some Joshies we can bring in at certain points, we'll hopefully get them in down the line. But apart from that, good day and good night. I will see you next time for some more Impact Wrestling. Bye bye.